So I'm standing outside of Galpin Ford the other day looking at a beautiful Ford F-150. And despite the fact that the Chatmobile is rapidly approaching 200,000 miles from 6 years of traversing the San Fernando and Simi valleys, and despite the fact that Galpin Ford has been the world's top volume Ford dealership for more than 25 years, I'm not here to trade her in. I'm here because since 1966, Galpin has quietly been the home to one of the San Fernando Valley's most uniquely satisfying experiences. It's a restaurant called the Horseless Carriage, and what began as a simple convenience for dealership customers, a place to eat while waiting on service, somehow took on a life of its own. Over time, it stopped being an amenity and it became a destination. And that's what brought me here. More than one of you has told me you really have to go. And honestly, I'm glad I finally did. But I will admit that pulling up can feel a bit intimidating. The restaurant is on the dealership property and connected to the showroom floor. And if you're even mildly car salesman averse, as I tend to be, you may hesitate a moment. But pull in I did. And what I found inside was unexpected. The Horseless Carriage has a warm 1960s diner vibe, counter seating, generous booths, and an outdoor seating patio. Combined, it creates an atmosphere that feels both nostalgic and completely comfortable. There's no host stand, no ceremony. You simply walk in, choose a seat, and get settled in. It feels easy. The service set the tone immediately. My coffee cup never went empty. Questions about the menu were welcomed, and the food arrived promptly, not rushed, but not delayed. Just right. It was attentive in a way that feels increasingly rare. I ordered the pork belly Benedict, and it delivered exactly what it promised: rich, balanced, and satisfying. The home fries were crisp and full of flavor, clearly treated as more than an afterthought. But before I came, I kept hearing the same thing. Do not leave without trying the French toast or the waffles. So I asked the waitress for guidance, and she didn't hesitate. She said, if you can only do one, do the waffles. And she was right. The waffle arrived impossibly crisp, so much so that I actually asked if it had been deep fried. It hadn't. Traditional waffle iron, she assured me. The secret, she said, was in the batter. And that's all she was willing to share. And instead of butter squares, they bring you a small cup of melted butter to pour over the top. It's a small deal, but it tells you everything. And that's really what this place is about. It's not about food, it's about experience. The kind of place you wouldn't expect much from based on location alone, but that quietly exceeds expectations in every way that matters. World-class service, food that clearly made with intention, and a sense that this place knows exactly what it is and has for decades. The Horseless Carriage isn't trying to be trendy. It isn't chasing attention. It's simply been here, serving generations of Valley residents, doing things the right way since 1966. And that's what makes it special. Places like this don't always show up on lists. They don't always photograph well from the outside, but they're part of what makes the Valley the Valley. And this one, it's an experience that shouldn't be missed. I'm Frank Spencer, and I'll see you around the neighborhood.